Joining us on the line now is Danielle Collins. She's the world-leading face yoga expert and has created her own face yoga method, offering teacher training courses around the world. Face yoga is a natural way of looking and feeling younger and healthier, with an added sense of relaxation and well-being. It's a combination of face exercises, face massage, face acupressure and face relaxation. Sounds great. Good morning, Danielle.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks very much for joining us. So I'm interested to know how you got into face yoga. Have you done normal yoga before?
Absolutely. I've been teaching regular yoga for about 15 years now. I originally got into it because I became quite ill. I got glandular fever, then I got ME. I just left university. I was 21. And doctor said to me, there's not really that much you can do about this illness. We don't understand enough about it. It's something you may have to live with for the rest of your life. And I was so determined to overcome the illness, to start living a normal life again. And someone suggested to me, why don't you try a bit of yoga? So at the time, I was very much bedridden, often housebound, and I thought to myself, all right, let's just try a little bit of gentle yoga, see what I could do, a little bit of gentle breathing, a few gentle stretches, and it started to make me feel a little bit healthier. I started to feel an improvement in my well-being, so I started to look into other things like nutrition, positive thinking, holistic therapies, complementary therapies, and within 18 months, I managed to completely cure myself of the illness, and after that, I sort of thought to myself, there must be so many other people out there that either want to look and feel better, or they want to overcome an illness, or they just want to be healthier generally. So this is why I then trained as a yoga teacher, as a relaxation therapist, as a nutritionist. I did training in face massage, and I started teaching a lot of yoga classes. And when I was teaching my yoga classes, people were saying to me, I love what yoga does for my body, I love what it does for my mind, but what about my face? I wish there was something, natural I could do for my face, something that would lift and tone my face in the way that yoga does my body. So this is when I then created the Danielle Collins Face Yoga Method.
Gosh, that's great. So you really did it because your clients wanted you to. It was in demand.
Absolutely. Well, I knew the benefits of yoga and of holistic health. I'd used them on myself, and I was seeing them all the time on clients. And when I trained as a yoga teacher, you only actually get taught one exercise for the face, which is crazy, really, because you have 57 muscles in the face and the neck. So I knew that I always had in the back of my mind that this was like a missing area. We all know about exercise for the body, whether we do it or not. We know the benefits, but what about the face? So that was always in the back of my mind as well, and this is when I started doing a lot of research into techniques that have been used for thousands of years in India and in China and Japan, and actually I realised that's a really big part of yoga, but it just had been forgotten when it had come over here to the West. And I also started looking at sort of new techniques and new research into the face, how we can strengthen the face muscles, how we can massage the face to get benefits to the skin, and then put together the Danielle Collins Face Yoga Method, started teaching it locally with my clients, and I've been ever so blessed over the last sort of 12 years or so that it's gone worldwide.
So we all know that with regards to looking after our body or toning up or losing weight, we need to be doing some form of exercise regularly, ideally, at least walking or whatever every day.
Yeah.
When it comes to our face, how often should we be exercising our face then?
You should do something every day. That's the ideal. That's how you see results. Now, your absolute ideal would be to do about 20 minutes a day and to do this about 6 days a week. So that's really if you want to start to see results quite quickly. I mean, it's like with body exercise. The more often you're doing it and the more regularly you're doing it, the more you're going to see results. But I always say to people, look, anything is better than nothing. So you've got to be realistic. You've got to try and think, how can this fit into my lifestyle? And that's why I'm actually next month launching a new app. I actually have a current app which is all in 10-minute sections to sort of fit into your lifestyle. But my new app's actually called Face Yoga for Your Busy Life. And it's all just little snapshots of face yoga that take sort of 2 minutes that you can just integrate it into your daily life. So whether you do a couple of minutes when you're in the shower in the morning, or you do a couple of minutes while you're driving your car, or, a few minutes before you go to bed at night, because, I am I'm a busy working mum of two, I completely understand that actually, this is something that you want to do, you want to see results from, but actually sometimes to find 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day isn't always realistic. But just do what you can and do something every day.
Oh yeah, that sounds like the great thing with face yoga. You don't need to get changed into into gym gear. You don't need to have a shower afterwards. You know, it doesn't need to take loads of time. As you say, you can be doing other things. You can be cooking dinner or whatever whilst doing face exercise. So can you run us through a few examples that we can take part in now?
Of course, yeah. So there's a really good one which helps with puffiness and dark circles under the eyes. It's really, really simple. You just take your index finger, just come above your eyebrow, and just do light, quick taps across the top of the eyebrow, then underneath the eye, so almost going like in a circular motion, and just keep going round, light, quick taps. You can do it this both sides. And as you do this tapping, you're helping to increase the circulation, you're helping to increase the collagen and elastin, and you're helping with the lymphatic drainage as well. So all of this is going to help to get rid of those dark circles, to get rid of that puffiness under the eye, just to generally improve the skin in that area as well, which helps to prevent lines in that area. And then you can just take your index finger and very lightly sweep underneath your eye outwards towards your hairline. And make sure you use feather-light touch here. You don't want to drag the skin underneath the eye. It's very delicate skin. But this is just, again, going to help with that toxin removal and draining any excess fluid, which can often build up here.
Oh, I'm doing it now. Thank you. This is good. Often we see, well, I say often, I mean, I'm not hugely aware of it, but when I've seen photos of people doing face yoga, it can involve, you know, pulling some funny faces, can't it? Because if you're stretching different things, can we do some of those? Thankfully, this is radio, so I don't mind doing it.
Exactly. So there's a really good one, which is one of my favourites, called Kiss the Sky. And with this one, you just tilt your head back a little bit. So just go as far as feels comfortable for your neck. And then you make a kissing sound up towards the ceiling. So you go... That's it. And what you should feel there, so you want to do at least 10 of those, and you want to actually feel it working underneath the chin. So you know that area which can often get a little bit looser or a little bit saggier as we age there. So what we're actually doing is we're strengthening and toning that muscle, and then the skin attached to it is tautened and firm. So very good for toning the area underneath the jaw, the area at the top of the neck, which can often get a bit loose. And also very good for the muscle that surrounds the mouth as well. So working with strengthening and toning that muscle, which is going to smooth the skin attached to it.
I like it. That's a good one. And easy to remember as well. Kiss the Sky.
Exactly. Yeah, nice and easy to remember. You can do it anytime, anywhere, and doing at least 10 of those.
Fantastic. And are there benefits of doing things like opening your mouth really wide and putting your tongue out and all those kind of things?
Yep. So I can show you one of those. What I would say, you know, with face yoga is often people think, well, if I just move my face in any old way, then I'm going to get benefits. But actually, it's really important to do it in a controlled way. So if you're just moving your face in any old way, this is unfortunately just going to cause lines and wrinkles in the same way as expressions does.
Okay.
So what we need to do is we need to know that we've learnt the exercises properly, and we need to make sure that we're doing them so it's actually going to work with strengthening and toning the muscles. So this is why I always recommend, if you either use something like a DVD or an app, or you go to see a teacher, or you watch a video online, and just really make sure you're doing it properly. So there is a really good one, which is a sort of opening and closing the mouth one, but it's a little bit more controlled. So we open the mouth and we just wrap the lips around the teeth. So almost make like an O shape, but your lips are going round your teeth. So you should feel that working the mouth quite quickly. And then you're going to go from that O shape to a smile shape, but still have your lips wrapped around your teeth, and keep going from the smile shape back to the O shape again. So you should feel the muscles as you do that in the cheeks working. So great for lifting and firming the cheeks.
Definitely.
Also very good for helping that line between the nose and the mouth as well. And you can do that about 6 times.
Okay. Yes, you can feel it straight away.
Exactly.
It proves that we're not used to using these muscles. It's like that with the body, isn't it? If you do something and you think, oh, I can feel that straight away, you need to do it more.
Absolutely. That's the thing. So I always like those sort of ones where, like that one I just showed you, because you do feel the muscles working. You do think, well, actually, it's doing something. You know, I really feel that muscle straight away engaging or straight away working.
Definitely. Well, if people want to get in touch, if they want more advice, I know you've got some products and things on your website. You've got your apps and you've got DVDs and a book, I think, as well, and obviously your training courses in the UK. What's the website?
Yep, so the website is faceyogaexpert.com, or you can search Danielle Collins in your app store, and we ship internationally, and also our teacher training courses are all international as well.
Fantastic. Great. Okay, Danielle Collins, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.